My name is Jason Esquivel. I'm from Fresno, California, and I'm a local artist / muralist.
So how long have you been painting for, Jason?
I would say 10 years, since 2010. I'm 35 now. I would say I was like 24, 25 when I started painting. I got my degree in 2007.
You were already into it growing up?
Yeah.
So what was your life like, I guess, before?
I was just working like odd jobs. I used to work for Channel 47. I used to work for McDonald's. I used to work for a bank. I used to be a bank teller.
So you get into painting at 24. What do you think is your first project that you saw yourself and said, hey, this is something I really like? Was there anything that really sparked that for you?
Yeah, I would say working with Art Americas in Fresno, California, they came out and reached out to me to do a project for an exhibit. It was an exhibit highlighting musicians like from Selena and Richie Valens, just a bunch of people. And so I was like, after that, I was hooked.
Do you think Fresno has a home for art?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does, yeah. Even before I started painting, Fresno's always had a cultural background for art. Fresno's been part of my life. Everything I do, I paint, and I try to put that little Fresno touch on it and stuff.
What would you describe that Fresno touch?
I would say hardworking, perseverance, resilience, yeah.
How long would you say you spend on each of your paintings?
Oh man, I say like days, weeks. I do like a lot of practicing. So to me, like painting all these big stuff and small stuff is just, to me, it's just practice, like for me, like to get better at what I do. Because every day I learn something every day. Every day is a new day. Like even to this day, I'm always learning something new. As far as like shading, the colors, like the lighting, the contrast.
So let's talk about the Saint Agnes one that we were just at, because we were there with you for a couple of the days, but even in those couple of days, sitting there with you wasn't even the full experience, because you were there the whole week, basically, besides maybe a couple days. What was that like working at Saint Agnes?
It was something totally different, yeah. To work in the parking garage with the nurses park and everything, and it was pretty surreal, yeah. It was different. It was different for me. I just wanted to do a good job for them, and make them proud, and a lot of paint, yeah.
A lot of paint, right?
Yeah, a lot of paint, yeah.
And speaking of just Saint Agnes, big mural for our essential workers. How for you has COVID, affected your way of life?
Oh, big time. It was, for restaurants I painted before. And now, I can't, it's hard to get out there right now with everything closed right now, and it's hard to get your name out there. No more art hops, no more. It's just hard, yeah, it's hard, especially if you're starting out too right now. If you want to get your foot in the door right now, I would say it's going to be challenging, yeah. It's going to be challenging the next 2 years, but I think after everything settles down, it should be okay, but I think for right now, it's going to be a hard 1 to 2 years. Yeah.
Even though this COVID thing is hitting us pretty hard, what would you say to them starting out? Any painters or artists?
Just keep practicing, keep on painting, regardless of what's going on, just keep trying out, it doesn't hurt to try. I've tried and failed lots of times, and I've waited for things to happen, and it's gotta be patient. It took me a while to get this past Saint Agnes gig, so I would say just be patient, keep working at it, work on your craft, take what's going on right now and use that as inspiration for painting or drawing.
What can you say are some of your most favorite paintings that you've done?
I would say that the ones that stick out the most were the Beatles mural at Cagel and Einstein at Kepler. The T3 burgers, those are the ones that stick out the most.
Is there any person or character that you absolutely love drawing?
I would say Santana, Jimi Hendrix, I like drawing those. And Star Wars too, Star Wars, and just stuff I just like,
What can you say about maybe the community we have for artists here in this area?
It's a big community. Everybody supports everybody. Artists support artists. Musicians support artists. Artists support musicians. It's a big community. Art hops were fun to go to. It was a blast. It was like a big gathering of everybody, of all the community, just like on one night.
If you can, was there anybody from what you saw that maybe you'd want to shout out, like musicians or artists that you thought were really cool from Fresno?
Yeah, everyone at Corson Cafe, everyone at Cagel Radio, Cagel, One Pipe Broadcasting, everyone at Frank's Place.
Do you have any big plans next after this?
I'm still trying to get my name out there. I still want to go out and do art for big cities. But as of right now, I have 3 jobs lined up to do, one for school and one for another school.
Do you need stuff like schooling? How would you say is the easiest way to get into it?
Yeah, I'll say schooling, yeah. If you can't take a class, art class, it does matter and it helps a lot too. If you can't get schooling too, especially nowadays, I would just say just practice. Just learn from other people, other artists too, if you can. Yeah, I would say that too as well. Yeah, I was out there that day. I was white painting him, Santana, and then I took that painting that day to display it. And he happened to be out there that day. Awesome guy. He was a good guy to do that, and a nice guy too. And Fresno native too, Fresno local. And yeah, I was very honored for him to do that, and very honored to keep it too as well. So I was having fun one day, and we put paint on his paws. This was like 3 years ago when we first got him, 3 or 4 years ago when we were just having fun. And I did a paint my grandpa. This was when he was like 18, 19, but this was like back in like 1942. I just wanted to do a tribute to my grandpa and my grandma as well too, who passed away 7 years ago, and my uncles too, my Uncle Tony and Uncle Ronnie, we lost last year back to back in January and March. Yeah, I just wanted to tribute to them, and but mostly like my Fresno is a big inspiration too, my paintings too, but my family is too. My family has always been there for me, and I've always just wanted to give back to them and say thank you, and thank you for all you do and everything. And under construction, old projects. This is like my inventory. This is all where all the magic happens.
So how long would you say a project like this takes?
Like that I painted at the Fresno Fest. I was out there from like 12 noon to like 5 o'clock.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like that took pretty much all the time, like 4 hours, 5 hours. Yeah.
Do you keep any failed projects? Or do you ever think anything's
Oh yeah, I did, yeah. I did, but if I did fail, I would paint on like I would paint over the canvases, like
Okay.
sort over.
Can we look at your
Yeah.
workspace right here?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything there that is basically essential for painters or things you definitely recommend them having. First time painting.
Definitely need the paint brushes, paints, canvases, pencils too. Yeah, basically your necessary tools. It doesn't really matter what you get, honestly. It's up to you what you prefer. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever fits you, But yeah, water, yeah, paint, cups, tarp, yeah.
Awesome.
Just gotta be patient, man. Just work hard and just keep at it, man. Your time will come. Everybody's time will come. Everybody has a gift. Everybody's good at something. Everybody's good at something, whether it's sewing or eating food or playing games. Everybody's good at something, Everybody has a gift. And once you find that gift, you're set, You need to be wherever you want to be,
How was the support when you started? How did you go to your mom and be like, hey, I want to do this?
At first it was kind of iffy, but no, towards the end, yeah, she was a big support of my mom. She's been a support, yeah. My mom and my grandpa too, and my aunts, my uncles too, my cousins too.
So where could they find Jason? Where if they need to contact you? Where?
Just Instagram, Facebook, my cell phone, just basic stuff, word of mouth. My website, jecreations85.com. But yeah, as of right now, yeah, just keeping safe and keeping healthy. Try to keep a low profile.
If there's anything you could tell our viewers, your viewers, hopefully, friends, family watching this, or just people at home trying to paint,
just keep up the work, Keep up the work. Don't try. Just don't be afraid to fail. Just try it out, and yeah, don't give up. I'd say just don't give up. Yeah, don't ever give up. Don't let anybody tell you can't do this and can't do that, and just if you believe in yourself, anything could be possible. Yeah, if you believe in yourself, if you have the confidence, to do anything, you can do it. So I would say that, and thank you to my family and friends for all the support, and take it to Fresno too. Take it to Fresno, my community. Thank you for taking a chance on me, everybody, who I mentioned before. Yeah, thanks for taking that risk on me too. I was just a guy who has to paint. Like for me to do all these murals, I mentioned to Agnes, everybody, restaurants, businesses, everybody. So I was very grateful. And yeah, thank you and God bless. And thank you, Mom. Thank you.